Good morning. Welcome to the Lab 5 video tutorial. To begin, we will add the dependencies. JSON in this case, we'll sync it. While it's doing that, we'll go to activity, main, XML. Then we'll give this an ID. And then we'll change its bias, horizontal bias, to 0.25. It's on the left side of the screen. And then we're going to duplicate that. And we'll put the lifetime one over here on the right with 0.75. And we'll check the split to make sure it looks right. We're going to create the Lifecycle data class. Right click, new Java class, Lifecycle data. First, we need to declare and instantiate the data fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to use the middle mouse click, drag up. I'll go ints, paste it. Oh, I went one too far. To paste this, remember I went to Notepad and copied all of these, and then I pasted it with Control V over here. And equals 0. We're going to instantiate them all to 0. Get rid of the extra. Then we're going to add a string to give it a name. I wanted to call it duration because one is going to be current, one is going to be lifetime. Then we're going to add a toString method so it can print itself. Uh-oh, you can't send back nothing. The whole point is to return something. There we go. We're going to return a string. Now we're going to return something, so we'll go return whatever the duration is, that name, plus, and then just go to the next line. Then we're going to go plus, oh, let's do a whole bunch of coding at once. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go, woo, paste. Then we'll put a space in there, tabs in there, close it up. Plus the value itself, then we'll go plus, and then we'll go to the next line. Now this last one doesn't need a next line, but they all still need a plus at the end. There we go. Plus. All right. We're going to print out on create and its value, then go to the new line. So we should get a column. Now these tabs may not line up. We'll have to edit them later. We're going to make a method to convert this instance into a string. To do that, we're going to use a toJSON method. So we're going to return a string. We'll call it toJSON. Okay, then we're going to say JSON equals. I'm going to hit Alt-Enter to import the JSON. New JSON. And return JSON dot to JSON. So we're going to convert this object, this instance, which is an object, and you have to put the type. What class is it? What is the template we're going to use? We're going to use the Lifecycle data dot class file. We'll convert this instance into a string, and then we can process the string later. And in our case, we'll take that string and we'll stuff it into shared preferences and store it all at once. Instead of each individual value, we'll store the whole class at one time. Afterwards, we'll need to go to shared preferences, get that string back, but then have to convert that string into a class again or an instance again. Here we go. We need to go from JSON to the JSON string to class using JSON. We're going to make it static, so it doesn't have to be in existence to access it. We can name it anything we want. I'm going to say parse JSON. But if it's going to be static, it's got to receive something to process. So it's going to receive a string. And we'll get that string from shared preferences. Again, we need to instantiate a JSON so we can I'll enter to import it, then return from JSON. So we're going to pass the string in. And then what's the class type? It's going to be our lifecycle class again, dot class. To review, our toJSON method will take this instance, which is an object, and convert it into a string using the lifecycle data model. Then our parse JSON will take a string, which was a class, and convert it back into an instance of a lifecycle data class. These two methods we will use to transfer our information back and forth, so we can store all of this in one saving instead of separate values. Now we're going to go back into main activity and make some declarations to get started. So string will make our tag. Remember, this can be anything, but we want it to be unique, difficult to accidentally cover up or overlap with anything else. Now we're going to have two lifecycle datas. We're going to make one for the current run and one for the lifetime run. Our shared preferences. Put in the editor. And then two text views. TV for current run. And I'll enter to import the text view. So there's our declarations. Now let's load our shared preferences. Get shared preferences, pass in the tag, mode will be private. Instantiate our editor. Now we need to make our classes come to life. Our current run is going to be brand new, right? Every time onCreate runs, we're going to make a new current run. We're going to make current run equals new lifecycle, and we need to give it a name. So current run dot duration will be, we'll call it current run. Now it has a name of current run, and that's what will show up as our label. Now we're going to start using our JSON GSON conversion. We're going to go ask the shared preferences to send us a string of this class that we stored. It's going to be a string Actually, let me go ahead and put in some comments in here for you. So come back as a string, and then we go shared preferences dot get string, and it's whatever I called it, and I just happen to know I'm going to call it lifetime. And if that fails, then pass in an empty string. Then we'll test. If it's empty, then we'll instantiate a new life cycle data, and if empty. Else, we will convert the JSON string to a lifecycle data object or instance. So that's if as a string dot equals, so it's an empty string, then we'll say lifetime is a new lifecycle data, and then lifetime will get a name, and it'll be called, oh wait, I gotta put duration equals lifetime. Then it's else So if it does find it, what do? We'll have to convert the string that we got into an instance. It'll be lifetime equals, and then we have a static method, so we're going to call it dot parse from JSON, and then pass in the string that we just have. Now that method will convert the string back into an instance of lifecycle data, which will be stored here. Let's go ahead and get the two text views and print it and see if we did what we wanted to. So instantiate the text views. It'll be lifetime TV equals find lifetime. Current run TV equals find view by ID r.id.current. So it'll be lifetime TV dot set text, and so we'll go to lifetime dot toString. Remember that fancy method we made at the beginning? See, it'll print it all out for us. And then current run, oh, I can't spell current. Current run TV dot set text also, and this will be current run dot toString. Isn't that powerful and cool? All right, let's test it. Yay, there's our zeros. Oh, they don't line up so well, but that's okay. But we got it printed out. So I'm going to go into the Lifecycle class, Lifecycle data class, and cheat a little bit. I've adjusted these tabs so they look right, so I'm going to paste it in here. And let's go ahead and run it, make sure it does look right. Yay, see, everything's lined up, nice and neat, good. Now we're going to store the data and then update the data as well. Come back to main activity. We will make a method to store the data. And we'll have to convert first. Convert the lifetime to a string and then store it into shared preferences. So it's going to be a put string. Our whole class will be a string. Let's call it lifetime. That'll be our key. Now to get it, we'll say lifetime.toJSON because we made a method to do that. Then we need to apply. Otherwise, the editor won't actually push it into memory. And we also have this display method up here. We'll probably want to put it into a new method called display. Ta-da! And being good people, we will put comment that is. All right, so we'll display that in the text views. We'll convert display. How do we get the data? Obviously, we can just say, hey, make a variable and manually update it every time onCreate happens. But instead, watch this. We're gonna get the enclosing method name and then use that to determine which number to update. We'll make the class itself do the updating. To get that information, we're going to make a storage space for a string. We'll call it anything we want, but it's going to be current enclosing method. To do that, we make a new throwable dot. No, not to string. Whoops. I wanted to hit enter to make it look nice. Let's see. There we go. Dot get stack trace at position 0. That means it's the current one. Dot get method name. Yay, there we go. That'll return the name of the method we're in. That's the onCreate. Now we need to pass that over to our class. Current run dot, ooh, what are we gonna call it? Let's call it update event, and we'll pass that current enclosing method name over. We're gonna have a method called update event. It'll receive this name and it'll have to process which number to update. So we're gonna do lifetime, I can do this. Lifetime dot update event. I should have made it first. It'll make my life easier. Now we're gonna do an alt enter to import, not import, but to actually create this method. So we're gonna create this method. Now notice I am over at lifecycle data, right? I'm in this file up here. There's my public void update method. I received that string right there. At this point, I'm going over to my notepad and copying my 7 events down. And in the first line, I'll make my switch statement. And I have our current enclosing method name. Now I need to make my switch statements. Oh, bummer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that'll give me my 7. So I'm using my middle click or alt click and drag. So I'm gonna go case, put the method names in, colon. You're supposed to say, ooh, on create, right? Oh, no, I don't wanna do that. Paste them in. There we go. We got them all. We're going to increment all the numbers. Look at that. Is that not cool? I made 7 methods or 7 switch statements just like that. And then now we should put a default in there. Break. So there's our method. Okay, now let's test it to see if it works. We're going to run the app. Hey, there's the onCreate. Okay, now I need to apply that to the rest of my events. We will want to make a method for updating. Let's do that. Take that out here and we'll make it update our count. And notice we'll need this, right? So we're gonna have to have a string. Put that in, receives it. Let's put some comments in here. So that'll get the name, and then we'll need to pass that name to the method. So we say update count, and then we'll pass that down. And then over here, we'll pass this in. So we'll pass it to lifecycle data and let it update it. Let it update. And then after it updates, it should probably display. That means we don't need this anymore. And while we're at it, we should probably store the data. So every time it updates, it's going to store the data and display. Now we need to do all the other. At this time, I'm going to my notepad and copying the bottom 6 methods because we already have onCreate. We need to do onStart and down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this time. At override, protected. I thought it was going to auto type for me. Then we hit Control V to put all the methods in. It's a method, so it needs parentheses, brackets, put the supers in, Control V to put them all in, method again. Then we need to do update count on all of them. But yeah, okay, so we don't have that. So we have to go get that and put it in all of them. Well, I should have copied that and put that first. So I'll come up here, copy it. Ta-da! Let's test it. Ah, look at that. 1, 2, 3. And let's bring it back up first. All right, there we go. Looking good. And you can see the numbers jumping, but on destroy is not going yet. We'll rotate to make it happen. Oh boy. Go away. There's our on destroy triggering. And our current on destroy doesn't exist because he's alive. He's not dead, so he's not going to be wiped out. Let's rotate again. Yay, all numbers look good. That was fun. I hope you had fun too.